These are the numbers that should terrify every Tesla shareholder. Revenue declining for the first time ever. Deliveries dropping nearly 9% in a single year. A brand value cut in half. And a Chinese competitor that just surged past Tesla to become the world's largest electric vehicle maker on the planet. This isn't a blip, and it isn't a bad quarter. This is the beginning of what might be the most dramatic unraveling in modern automotive history. Start with the headline number because it tells the whole story. Full year 2025 revenue came in at $94.8 billion, down 3% from 2024. 3% might not sound catastrophic on its own. But here's the thing. It was Tesla's first annual revenue decline as a public company, ever. Vehicle deliveries dropped 8.6% to 1.64 million units. Net profit collapsed 61% in the fourth quarter alone, falling to just $840 million. For the full year, profit landed at $3.8 billion, roughly half of the $7.1 billion Tesla earned in 2024. Price cuts failed to lift demand. Regulatory credit sales dropped 44%, and operating expenses surged 50% year over year. But the financial picture is only part of this story, and honestly, it might not even be the most damaging part. Take what's happening in Europe, because it's nothing short of a disaster. In the first 11 months of 2025, Tesla's EU sales fell 38.8% year-on-year to just 129,000 units. Market share dropped from 2.4% to 1.4%. Germany tells an even grimmer story. Sales plummeted 76% year-over-year, and a survey of 100,000 Germans found that 94% flat-out refused to buy a Tesla. 94%. So, what's driving this collapse? The answer, according to nearly every analyst and researcher who's studied it, is one person: Elon Musk himself. A National Bureau of Economic Research working paper out of Yale estimated that public controversy over Musk's political activities, his role leading Doge, and the fallout from his Twitter acquisition reduced Tesla's sales by up to 1.2 million vehicles over a 3-year period. That's not speculation. That's peer-reviewed economic research. Dan Ives of Wedbush, long one of Tesla's most prominent bulls on Wall Street, put it bluntly in a note to clients. The brand crisis issues are clearly having a negative impact on Tesla. There is no debate. Joseph Foudy, an economics professor at NYU's Stern School of Business, echoed that point directly. Tesla is clearly facing a consumer backlash, driven by the outsized political role of its leader. And a Morgan Stanley survey found that 85% of investors believe Musk's political ties are negatively impacting Tesla, with 40% categorizing the effect as extremely negative. Then came the Epstein files. In late January 2026, newly released Department of Justice documents revealed that Musk had been in regular correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein, directly contradicting his previous public claims that he'd refused Epstein's outreach. Tesla shares dropped almost 8% in the 5 days that followed. The brand value numbers tell this story in stark terms. Tesla's brand is now estimated at $27.61 billion, down from $43 billion at the start of 2025, $58.3 billion in 2024, and a peak of $66.2 billion in January 2023. In 3 years, Tesla shed nearly 60% of its brand value. And while Tesla bleeds market share and brand equity, its competitors aren't waiting around. BYD delivered 2.26 million pure electric vehicles in 2025, officially overtaking Tesla as the world's largest EV maker. In the second quarter of 2026, the gap widened further. BYD moved 557,090 battery electric passenger vehicles. Tesla reported 480,126. That's a quarterly gap of nearly 77,000 units, about 16%, in BYD's favor. It's not just BYD either. In China, Xiaomi's all-electric SU7 sedan outsold the Tesla Model 3, and the Xiaomi YU7 outsold the Model Y by a 124.8% margin in January 2026. Tesla's domestic Chinese sales plummeted 45.2% year-on-year that same month, to just 18,485 units. Bloomberg Intelligence now predicts Xiaomi could overtake Tesla in total Chinese sales. So what is Tesla doing about all of this? Pivoting. Hard. In January 2026, Tesla announced it would discontinue its flagship Model S and Model X vehicles. Production lines at the Fremont factory would be converted to manufacture Optimus humanoid robots instead. Musk framed it as forward-looking. It's time to basically bring the Model S and X programs to an end with an honorable discharge, because we're really moving into a future that is based on autonomy. Lars Moravy, Tesla's vice president of engineering, was slightly more measured. It was just like, now is not the right time to keep this one going. It doesn't mean it goes away forever. I never say never. The other pillar of Tesla's future strategy is the Cybercab robo-taxi program. Production began in April 2026, but the reality on the ground has been sobering. 9 months after launching its robo-taxi service in Austin, Tesla is operating approximately 35 vehicles based on crowdsourced data. The supervised fleet crashes at roughly 4 times the rate of human drivers, 1 crash per 57,000 miles, compared to the human benchmark of 1 crash per every 229,000 miles. 7 of 9 former Tesla data labelers told Reuters they wouldn't trust full self-driving to drive them. They described watching the system regularly fail at basic tasks, pulling over for emergency vehicles, giving motorcyclists enough space, braking properly on freeway off-ramps, avoiding construction zones. One data labeler said he wouldn't ride in a Tesla robo-taxi, quote, "if you paid me." The leadership exodus from the Cybercab program raises its own red flags. 3 senior leaders departed since February alone. Vehicle Program Manager Victor Nachita left days after the first unit rolled off the line. OTA and Ride-Hailing Infrastructure Director Thomas Dimitrich departed after 11 years with the company. Assembly leader Mark Lupke followed in March. Musk has now conceded that robo-taxi revenue likely won't materialize until at least 2027, with safety validation as the limiting factor and a rewritten FSD version 15 now targeted for late 2026 or early 2027. Meanwhile, Waymo, owned by Alphabet, continues operating fully autonomous rides in multiple cities right now. Tesla's stock tells its own version of this story. Shares have declined more than 30% from their highs and are down nearly 25% year to date. The trailing price-to-earnings ratio sits at 333, a number that only makes sense if you believe the autonomy and robotics bets will pay off spectacularly. Even after Tesla reported a 25% jump in Q2 of 2026 deliveries, a number bulls pointed to as proof the worst was over, the stock still sank 7.5%. It's fallen on each of the past 3 quarterly delivery reports. Musk's personal wealth has mirrored the turbulence. His net worth briefly peaked at $1.45 trillion after SpaceX's IPO, but plummeting share prices erased more than $300 billion. Forbes removed $116 billion in restricted Tesla stock from its estimates, and Musk lost his trillionaire status entirely. Here's where things stand. Tesla is spending $20 billion in capital in 2026, betting the company's future on humanoid robots and autonomous taxis. It's retiring its oldest products, losing ground in Europe, losing ground in China, and absorbing a brand crisis that's costed an estimated 1.2 million vehicle sales. Its robo-taxi program crashes 4 times more often than a human driver. Its competitors are scaling faster, pricing lower, and in many markets, building better cars. There is a bull case. Tesla did deliver 480,000 vehicles in Q2, up 25% year over year. Some analysts believe the boycott damage is peaking. And if Optimus, or the Cybercab, ultimately delivers on even a fraction of Musk's vision, the upside could be enormous. But right now, in this moment. The data paints a picture of a company under more pressure than it has ever faced. Tesla's worst nightmare didn't arrive as a single event. It arrived as everything, all at once.